Well, hello everyone. I'm going to do something a little different today. First of all, I'm in a different spot than I normally record, and I'm closer to the outside traffic. So please forgive me if you hear a lot of traffic going by, but this just seemed like a good spot as far as lighting and the table, so I'm going to try it out. But another unusual thing that I want to do here is actually show you a Bible that I'm thinking of having rebound. And I know that there's a trend right now that I'm seeing online with Bibles, people that have different Bibles, collect them, and there are some really nice Bible rebinders that are out there, and there's just a growing interest in taking good quality Bibles, or at least decent quality Bibles, and having them rebound to become even better quality Bibles. So what I have here is a Bible that I'm thinking of having rebound, and I'm curious how many of you have seen this Bible and know what it is. It is an ESV Bible, but it has a cloth over board cover, and as you can see has a real unique design. And then next to it I have a comparable Bible that is a really nicely done Allen binding. And so we have an Allen Bible that is actually really similar. These are both the classic ESV reference Bible, just a classic center column reference Bible. But I'm going to show you the differences and show you why I think this would be a really cool rebind. And I just thought a lot of you would be interested in this, and maybe also it would be cool to hear your thoughts on what color scheme you might use if you were going to have this Bible rebound. So I'd love to hear your feedback on this, hear your thoughts on what you think about rebinding this Bible. But let me just show you right off the bat how they're different from each other right now. Now again, they're both the ESV, English Standard Version, center column reference Bible. But there are some differences. So getting into this one, this is again is an Allen. You've got the front matter here, typical of Allen, and nice pages for you for your personal and family records. But as we get to the copyright page here, you will notice that this is a ESV Text Edition 2016, and it is printed in China. So there's a lot of nice things about this Bible, particularly that it is bound by Allen. It's actually bound by Ludlow, and so it has that really great Allen look to it. It has the in the back here, after the concordance, these lined pages for notes, which is common with Allen Bibles. So those are some nice features, but it is a Chinese printing, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. But the margin space is not very large at all. The paper is pretty decent, but the main thing I notice about this is that after the concordance, there's nothing there, no maps for the 2016 text edition. This, however, if we could get into the copyright page here, this copyright is the ESV Text Edition 2011. And also, it's interesting that this one is printed in the United States of America. And then the back matter here is different than what I showed you in the other Bible, because after the concordance here, we have these extra materials. Now, the 2011 edition of the Allen Bibles had this stuff too. So that's why I think this would be a good rebind, because you're getting these materials in there, and it could be done in a way that's similar to the Allen Bible, but you'd have these extra features in the back, which include these really nice illustrations, as well as maps. So I like those extra features, and actually this is a really well done Bible. Like I said, this is printed in the United States. The margin space on this is actually better than what you see in this Allen Bible here. It does have, I think, a little bit better margin spacing, especially on the top and the bottom. There's a little bit better margin spacing. And the paper itself, I would say, is probably as good or maybe even a little better paper in terms of its feel than the Chinese printing here. And as far as opacity, they're actually really similar to each other. They're both really good in terms of opacity. I like the gilding they put on the side of this. It's a nice gold gilding, and so I think already it has some nice features to it. The ribbon is pretty nice, this red ribbon, and these red head and tail bands. There is no art gilding underneath, whereas in the Allen we do have that red under gold. So I guess a question would be, what would be the good color scheme for this in your opinion? And I want to show you what's inside of it in the front, because that's what makes this Bible even more unique. And I think not only would it be a nice rebind, it'd be a very special Bible. So what this is this is actually the 400th Anniversary Commemorative Edition in honor of the King James Version. So the front matter is really neat because you have here a foreword, and it talks actually about the King James Version and what makes it so special, and how the ESV is really in the tradition of the King James Version. So that's really cool. Then you have a publisher's foreword, and already you're seeing some artwork here. And these art pieces are done by Makoto Fujimura, a famous artist. And so this is the publisher's foreword, and you can pause and read that if you'd like to. And then artwork based on the four Gospels. I also wanted to show you that it says the 5 paintings in these first 16 pages are from the 4 Holy Gospels published by Crossway, 2011, Makoto Fujimura. And the end sheets are also from the 4 Holy Gospels. So that's a book that you can still purchase, I believe. And this was put out as, I think, kind of a promotion. I got it at a conference. So there are a certain amount of these available. They're not in print, but you can still get one probably at a fairly good price online. But anyway, I think with that artwork at the beginning and it being a commemorative edition of the King James Version, it having the nice extra features in the back with the illustrations and the maps, and then just being a classic, having that wonderful ESV center column reference formatting, I think this would be a great Bible. One weakness on it, if I had to say there is a weakness, and I know some of you will really not like this, it is a red letter Bible. The Allen I showed you is also red letter, but overall I would say that the red letter in the Allen did actually come out a little bit darker than the red letter in here. This can be a little washed out in this Bible, so that would be the one weakness of it. But with the paper being probably even a little more opaque than that other Bible, I still think it's great. So all in all, I think this would be an amazing rebind. And I don't have the money necessarily to do that yet, but I am thinking about at some point having this rebound. So again, I would love to hear your thoughts on what materials you would use, what color scheme you might go with, what kind of ribbons you would put in here. Would you have art gilding put underneath the gold? So I would just love to hear your thoughts, and maybe in listening to the thoughts that you have, reading your comments, it'll help me decide how I want to have this rebound. Also, who should rebind it? Who would make it look good, would have a style that would match what the contents of this Bible contain. I have some thoughts on that already, but I want to hear your thoughts and get your feedback on all of this. So that's a 400th commemorative edition of the King James Version, but this is the English Standard Version, a really special Bible. It's already really nice, but I think it would be cool to have this rebound. Let me know what you think about it. And thank you so much for watching a look at this Bible from a Frisch perspective.